Hello, hello, hello. Hello everyone. Thank you for coming. There's already a fair few people in the chat. I'm very pleasantly surprised that so many of you have come through. Most of you, except for actually Fields, already know what I'm planning to do today because I've talked about it on Twitter quite a lot. I was actually thinking the same thing, Moth, just taking Una, because I freed Una up from tier 2. So I'm thinking of taking her into tier 6. But we'll see. Happy's here. Hi, Happy. So, I'm going to start off by showing you guys where I currently stand on Dimension's End. Here we go. Let me know if the game volume is too loud, quiet, / whatever. Right. So, okay, so here's where we currently stand. In fact, actually, there's actually an easier way to show you where we currently stand, but I'll show you in game for what it's worth. Wow, tier 12 is something I'm gonna try to figure out once I get through tier 11, but I do intend to probably try and free her from one of the early tiers. Which one was it? Tier 3, because I think ultimately she's going to be much more helpful a little further down the line. And as you guys were telling me, I think it's probably you that was telling me, they have quite high defense, seemingly in tier 12 even. So we're going to need some gravity based stuff, from what I understand. But that's the thing, I don't really know much about the tiers until I go to do them and I ask you guys what it's all about. I hate fighting these guys. These were in Agrias's event, weren't they? Hi Eskimo. Thank you. Yeah, I checked the last time I was doing it, I think it was like early March. It's been that long. I think everything started getting crazy then with coronavirus and everything, and things were very unsure with what was going on. And you'd think when we were on lockdown and we were working from home, you'd think it'd be easier to stream. But I don't know, I was just tired all the time. But doing all of this and going through all this Dimensions End and everything, as I was saying on Twitter, I think it's going to be something good to stream. That was why I decided to ultimately do it, because I think it'll be they should be fun to stream. So before we go into doing anything, I should probably show you guys what's brought all this on, because I don't really bother with Dimensions End. It's just stress to me. So what is it? Why am I now so interested? Why am I now so bothered in clearing it? Wow. This is why. This is why. The Dimensions End challenge. The same thing happened over in JP. But next month, or maybe the month after. No, next month I think we will have Burst. At the very end of this month we have Trey, who is the last event character before Burst. Charlotta is the last lost chapter before Burst. We're getting them at the very end of this month, which means next month, I suspect. Okay, forgive me. We're getting them at the end of next month, the end of July. I'm saying this month as in because we've had the community stream. We had it a bit early actually. So yeah, so throughout July we'll have the last bunch of things before Burst starts. Now I don't intend to pull heavily for Squall's Burst weapon. I would like his LD, because that's pretty sweet. It lets him start off with a bunch of his buffs and I don't know whatnot. But either way, I have my list as to who I want. But we need resources, of course, in order to do that. For those of you who know, I've been trying to pull Keese But here, he's just refused to drop his EX. I've got Zidane's EX twice when trying to get it. I already got Zidane's EX twice when pulling for Vivi's EX when Freya's story chapter came out. So the game has just thrown Zidane EX. I mean, I've used everything I've got at it, and it's just not budging. So I've come to accept the fact that I'm probably not going to get it, which is a shame, but it is what it is. But what I need to do now, as people have been talking about in the chat already, is I need to get gems, because there are a lot of LD weapons that I want that come out one after the other. It was the same at the end of last year. I had loads of event characters one after the other whose EXs I wanted, and I managed to get them. I wanted Ultimecia, Bosch, Emperor, blah blah blah. I was able to get them, but now I need to get their LDs. One thing to bear in mind, as I'm sure some of you know, once we get burst weapons, a few other things will change in terms of pulls. You no longer have off banners. There's no off banners anymore once burst era comes round, and the drop rate changes. It's a lot easier to get EX weapons now. LD kind of takes over the EX pull rate. Burst is even less than that, but burst weapons appear on multiple banners. They're on banners for a large portion of the month. No, you don't get them from tickets either. As someone who plays JP, not as much as I would like to, there's too much going on. I haven't got a single off banner. I started playing JP when Burst came out. It was literally just started. Squall's banner was up there. When I got all the Squall stuff. I got Squall's Burst like 3 times, but I had resources to pull because I had the whole game to play. So I just threw everything at those banners and got all of Squall's stuff. But yeah, so off banners will be a distant memory. Yeah, exactly. Tickets now are very precious because not only do the pull rate increase, I think the chance of getting an EX. I want to get my facts straight here. I think as a +1 when you do a multi-pull, I think the chance of it being in the X jumps up to like 22% or something. I'd have to check JP, which I probably could actually do, but either way. Let's go back here. So there's some background music on this me talking. So it becomes, your resources become even more valuable. And again, it's not just about getting a character's EX weapon and then boom, you're done. Now you've got to get that LD weapon as well. His hatred can stop. Well, probably not. If my luck carries on as it normally does, then I'll probably still get what I'm looking for. So, yeah. I have actually pulled burst weapons on tickets, but it's not. It's exceptionally low, and that's why burst weapons are on multiple banners. They're not just on one banner. Like right now, Ultimecia's burst, which doesn't come out with her Lost Chapter, is one of the most recent ones, and it's on. I think it's on Kesey's Lost Chapter. I had JP open earlier, but so what I genuinely tend to think is you really need to plan out your resources. That's always been the way with any gacha game. If you're trying to pull on everything, you'll never get everything. You kind of need to try and consolidate your resources and use them where you need them, whether that's on faves or meta characters, or I'm thinking the same Moth, because Realm has proven to be exceptional in Luthenia difficulty. Fortunately, Luthenia doesn't come straight away with burst. It comes a couple months afterwards with the end of Act 2. So you will still have some LD and burst weapons with Chaos. I think that's when she's back. I mean, theoretically also, I should say, with burst, there was also a permanent EX token shop, which has every single EX weapon in, which gets updated as new characters and new EXs get released. But in order to get the tokens, I believe it's, you either get some if you have the Mog Pass, because there's this new Mog Pass, which is like a monthly subscription, not particularly expensive from what I understand, but that increases like summon board points you get. There's a lot of nice little bonuses to doing it, so I'm probably going to do it. Yeah, you 75k gems and a bunch of tickets on Penella's ID, but never got the ulti burst yet. I've got an ultis EX on it. I don't play JP enough. I've got lots of story chapter and loads of lost chapters. If I spent a bit of time just playing through all the stuff in JP, I'd have loads of gems, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, as that's what someone else said as well. We get it back with her grandpa. We do. So that's your opportunity to get it. I would probably go for it if you haven't already got her, because she proves to be quite useful, especially during those early Livinia stages. So yeah. So as you guys can see here, these are the rewards you get depending on how, well, it says right here, limited time rewards based on perfected tiers. So throughout the month of July, the more you complete in entropy, the better rewards you get. All of these are fantastic rewards. You always want books, you always want nuggets. You can never have too much. But this over here, this is the oh my, yes, this is the big reward. If you have all 13 tiers perfected, and so you're completely up to date, basically if you've got a mithril plate before the end of July, you'll get this. And as we all know, 20k gems is absolutely nothing to sniff at. So think about what's happening this month. I did tweet about this. We've got a story chapter this month which gives about 20k gems, which I have wasted. Even though I said I wasn't going to, I still did it because I'm an idiot. That was when I tweeted out saying if I talk about if I talk about using gems again before burst, tell me to shut the fuck up and go to bed, because I can't use gems anymore. So as Moth is saying there, so we've got 20k from the story chapter, 20k from this, and like 38k from Alexander. That's like what, 78k gems in 1 month. It's almost as if they're preparing us for something. I wonder what. Maybe it's the burst era and all the amazing stuff that everyone's going to want to pull for. It just might be. Who knows? So, what I want to do in terms of burst, the first burst that I ideally want, to be honest, is probably Noctis. Noctis once again becomes ridiculously amazing once he gets his Aldean burst. But the one that I have to have, I really want Roy of Lights, I really want Kefka, I really want Kuja, and they're pretty close to each other, to the point that Kuja is literally right after the Roy of Light. So if I want them so much that I would be willing to pity either of them, I'm going to need a lot of gems. And there are some people who have already been saving, and they've got 100,000 gems, and they're in really good positions, and I need to get in that position. So the 20k plus from getting Dimension's End done, that's going to come really in handy, and I really need them, to be honest. So that's why I suddenly started caring about this, because I hadn't even done tier 9, I had just done up to tier 8 this time last week. But it was Eskimo Enix who was on just a little earlier. He's been tweeting stuff, and G-Star, he basically said to me, don't hesitate about redoing previous tiers, because the whole point is when these tiers come out, they're the most hardest thing, but later on they become easier and you get new characters. Oh yeah, the extra nuggies and the books are amazing. With these nuggets I've maxed out characters I wanted to max out but was never able to. So to start all this off, I redid tier 2. Tier 2 originally was Golbez, Sarah and Yuna. Completely redid it, 3 completely different characters. It was really quite easy, to be honest. It was actually fun. Look at the turns. Look at all the turns I had left over. When I first, well, you can't see because I'm not on the watch screen. There we go. But so, look at all the turns I had left over. The first time I did it, it took me like 101 turns. So I did it in nearly 30 less turns. The score was higher as well. Everything was just easier, and I used these 3 to do it. Gal was amazing with his counters, stopping the enemy from getting any brave. So by doing that, then I was able to take Golbez and Sarah over here with Paladin Cecil and completed tier 9 on. It was my first attempt with this party, because I tried to do it before redoing tier 2 with Paladin Cecil, Fran and Noctis, and while I think it was certainly possible, we kept dying during during tier 2. But when Golbez was suddenly there and he was putting Dark Imperil on everyone and dealing massive damage, it became easier, although the turn count was pretty tight and the score was pretty tight, but we did it. And then at the end of last week, I think it might have been Wednesday maybe, we did tier 10. Kairos was really good here. The only real problem I had, also when I completed this tier, Aerith's stuff was not maxed out. She had no gems in her, she had no ingots in her armour, and she only had 2 in her EX weapon. I put 2 in there because that's when she starts off with her buffs, and she really kind of needs that. But yeah, it would probably be even easier now. But again, the turn count was tight and the score was tight, but we did it. That's all that matters. So I've been waffling on for about 20 minutes now, but that's all the background as to what led to me suddenly caring about this. And the whole point, so the aim of this stream is to complete tier 11. That's what I want to do by the end of that. I mean, my Lena, I don't think has any ingots in either, to be honest. She's been booked, I know that much, but I don't think she's got any ingots either. But the whole point of Lena, to be honest, as we know, is her debuff evasion. Ignis can also do this, but Ignis is already in tier 7. So no, not maxed actually. So I actually want to show this off too. This ootracker.com, you can set up all of your characters in here. Yeah, you have to set them all up. I only bothered setting up the ones that I had certain things for, and then they appear over here. And then you can set up, so it's a way to keep track of what you've done, who you've got, and what you've done. These are the characters who are maxed out. So these are the, dare I say, probably better ones. These ones are certainly usable. Well, some more than others. I mean, Stein and Barrett is here, but he doesn't have his 15 or his 35 CP maxed out. But yeah, he has got EX Plus, so that's why he's in there. Whereas VV hasn't got EX Plus, he hasn't got it yet, but he's got his 15 and 35 CP. Cypher would probably be good somewhere. Yeah. So obviously Lightning's a really good one. Rams, Freya's good. Kefka's good now. Arciella, Fran. Frisch is good DPS. Vane's also good. We're probably going to use Vane in tier 11. He's magic resistant and he's EX is magic, but the rest of his skills aren't. So that's what we're going to do. Reminds me of 13. I want to play Final Fantasy 13 for the whole series. Yeah, it's tier 7. Has a, well, actually some of another tier might have it, but tier 7 did have a Kaiser Behemoth. It wasn't even the hardest thing there, but you just fought against these bloody these beetle things, which were horrible. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe Freya, just for her heals. I mean, I know Lena can heal. Celes also is, I do believe. The easiest way is probably to show you. Oh no, she's not. That's it. That's all that Celes is. I do have enough tokens to get her other armor if needed, but I don't have a book for it. Oh yeah, tier 3, yeah. Yeah, and Freya can provide a last chance, can't she? But I mean, I managed to survive it with the other party that I had. With Warrior of Light and his shields. So maybe that'll be enough. Yeah, these are the other weapons that she's got. That's a 15 CP, 35 CP, and an Area X weapon. So, do you think she'd do okay on 12? So it sounds as if 12 is a lot of magic users then. Because Celeste really shuts down anyone who uses just magic. She just absorbs it all with Runic. She's currently a boosted character, so I would be able to do the rest of a summon ball just fine. I've got enough armor tokens to get her armor, not to book it, but that will boost up her CP. So if you think she'll be good, happy for tier 12, then we can put her on the list. Okay, so we should probably just start. So there's always a moment where you redo a tier, because once you remove the perfect, you've got to perfect it again before you can get any rewards. It's still considered complete, so you can still play the other tiers, but the rewards are for perfecting the tiers. So I might not need her. Well, we can see how it goes. So I'm still going to use the Emperor. I'm still going to use Rosa. Also, this is Lena, by the way. F. That's Lena. She has no ingots. She's been booked, but she has no ingots. And luckily, gods, using appearance, you can change what weapon that they appear to have equipped. So if you have a real dislike for something, just change her. She'll still be equipped with the best weapon and still get the stats on it. You can just have her wearing something different. So I'm thinking of changing Lena for Yuna. So Yuna can just use S1 to heal any debuffs that we get. I mean, most of us know the main person here is the Emperor. Emperor is the main one to use on this tier. Been recently playing Final Fantasy 5. I ran Purim in that team, RC. So I don't have Purim. I wanted Purim. I tried again when that last chapter came out, but it just wasn't meant to be. Okay, so the stream has been on for 31 minutes now. 10 of them was the little time at the start, so I've been chatting for 20 minutes. Okay, remove perfect. It's gone. The perfect is gone. So now it must be redone. So let's bring in the Emperor, Rosa again, and come on, and Yuna. Oh god. Yeah, I remember why now. I remember why, because the debuffs from all these enemies. That was why Lena was here, to prevent them. But with Yuna we can heal them. So, okay. we should be okay. There's always a bit of a nerve-wracking feeling when you're going into something like this. Do you think the summon is okay? None of them seem to resist stone. I'd only really summoned during the last wave, to be honest. I did run Ifrit. I might have ran Ifrit as well, actually. Yeah, I did. I did use Ifrit. There's obviously a reason for that increase in a... Yeah, you're right. The potency on Empress traps, absolutely. Yeah, we need that boost on Ifrit, I think. Come on, Ifrit. Okay. So, here we go. Was it ultimate weapon down there? Yeah, this is the ultimate weapon in this game. I'm pretty sure he's based on Final Fantasy, I want to say 5. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Such a feeling of dread whenever I start doing one of these tiers, even though this is an earlier tier, so it shouldn't be anything like the most recent tiers that I've done. It's still a horrible feeling. Okay. Yep, whatever. Yep, miss. Go on and miss. Should have used Energy Ray. I don't know why I used the single target move, but I did. So, we'll see if that means anything. Okay, he falls down and gets broken. Okay, at least Emperor is killing things. This wave is just here to waste time and turns, to be honest. This is it. This is perhaps the first annoyance that we're going to have. Yeah, to be honest now, you're right, it sort of becomes some sort of theme tune for it, hasn't it? Part of me is conscious of I'm gonna lose Bellafor before long. Let's do that just to bump the gauge along a bit. Yeah, some outfits I've got because I just have to have them. I should have done the skill the other way around. It's been a long time since I've used Emperor, so I've still got to get used to using him again. Okay, you missed Una completely, which is fantastic. We've got HP regen, so I don't need to worry too much about actually healing this. I can let it just heal on its own. Yeah, it probably is a bit loud. I did actually turn it up a bit. I'll move it down a bit. Yeah, I can hear it now. I've turned the volume on for the stream myself. Should be a bit better now. So he's gonna have a trap that's gonna go off in a bit. Let's just do this. Okay, Una. Okay. The Emperor's very, very close to getting his EX. That's what I want. What trap has he got? Is that the Thunder Crest? Okay, we'll use that. Just so he's going to have 2 traps go off now. After this. Shining Venom, that's the thing that you have the debuff healing or the debuff evasion for, but it missed. It just missed Rosa and Emperor, so that's fine. So as you can see, when Una gets her turn, I'm pretty sure this debuff is HP damage, which is why we like to avoid the debuffs. Okay, this is where Emperor really shines. His EX. It applies his 2 other traps and his EX trap, the Druid Cell trap. It looks like I'm doing great damage to this enemy, but it's a Phoenix, so it will revive itself once it's killed once. So it looks like we're burning through this really quickly. We're nearly halfway through, that's it. Miss. I feel like there's a lot of misses here. I feel like, I mean, obviously between the last time I did this tier and now, I think there's actually more summon boards that give you chances for evasion increases. That's probably why. But I feel like we've been very lucky with the misses so far. Because Bellafor is now back. I don't really intend. I'd rather not use skills if I can help it for the rest of this guy's first health bar. There we go. Okay, that's fine. That's just what I wanted. Flames got even stronger. Fantastic. Good for you, mate. Got a free skill use now after using her EX. I wasn't expecting it to break him, to be honest. I'm fine with the fact that it didn't. I do want to use Cheer again. What is this skill of Una's that's running out? Faith's Refuge, is that from? It's from Cheer, okay, good. Again, it's been a while since I've used some of these characters, so I am... bloody hell. So I am... not learning, but I'm trying to remember the intricacies of them. So I'll use the Thunder Crest first, because that's got 2 turns to detonate, and Beckoning Blast has just 1 turn. So by doing it in this order, you can have them detonate on the same turn. There you go. Could have used Sonic Wings actually to give... oh, this ain't a good sign. Ah, but that's what the traps are for. It missed you, no? Okay. Okay. So apparently he's not going to be out. Apparently they're not going to hit everyone at all times with their moves. And back into the EX. Meow. But okay, so after his next move, 3 traps are going to go off. We can use this. Energy Blast. I don't know if you can hear the ice cream truck. It's really loud. I hope you can't hear it. Do we need to... No, I think we... No, we have used Prey recently. Can you hear it? It is weird. Yeah, I never did quite like them. This will heal this as well, I think. Yes, it will. Oh, Phoenix is having interesting taste. Yeah, I thought it was loud enough to be heard. So we're just going to do HP attack plus here. So, Shining Venom, that hit everyone, it's fine, I can just heal it with Yuna. But now all the traps are going to go off. There we go. Yep. Not dealing with that nonsense. Yuna's going to get a turn again right away. Good for Yuna. Now we get a free turn, don't we? Yep, Divine Blast. Well, HP regen is a real pain in the arse, but it is what it is. Yeah, we'll use Thunder Crest. I probably didn't need to use Thunder Crest here, to be honest. It is... Dare I say one of his better moves. In fact, I probably really didn't need to use it. But I have now, so... No, he's dead. Okay. He might be dead because I used the Thunder Crest. I don't know. So yeah, this is another wave that is just here to waste your time. It's a pain on the enemy. It's okay for us to use it, because we have a lot less HP than the enemy does. Oh god, yeah, guys, this is the enemy from Kuja's event and Lost Chapter. I don't really want to use a Thunder Crest here. I wish I hadn't used that Thunder Crest now. Okay. Yeah, I can break them all using that. The little guys are going after the Emperor, so I do kind of want to hope that he doesn't get broken. So is this from... Yep, so the cheer stuff is being to wear off then. Yeah, this is the wave where Emperor's EX does the most, is the most useful, yeah. Whee! Okay. Now B's gonna go. Yes, okay, I was praying that the Emperor's EX was up. Probably noticed then when the Emperor uses his EX, if he has traps that are laid, the traps go off before he uses the EX. So yeah, so now when those little guys go and get their turns, traps will go off that will also attack the other two. So you actually kind of don't want to kill the little guys just yet. Okay, so there you go, traps go off. Beckoning Blast attacks just the target, but the other two traps do AoE damage. Yeah, let's do this to grant alloys some brave. I kind of want to look at the traps alive. Okay, luckily that doesn't end up with HP attack. Regardless. There we go. Traps. See, that's the unfortunate thing, because he died when the first trap went off. We didn't get the benefits of the other traps going off. The same is probably going to happen with the other one. But that's why I wasn't really focusing on them. So I didn't want them to die. Okay, photosynthesis, that gives him HP regen, which is absolutely horrible. I need to put Prey back on. At least Yuna needs it again. We'll just use Energy Ray. He's using an all attack right now. These guys, they don't use... Oh no, they do. I couldn't remember if they had a bad breath variant or not. But yeah, they do. So... Okay, I'm running a little low on the Emperor's skills. Bearing in mind there is another wave after this. So you don't want to burn through things too quickly. Don't really need to bother healing these debuffs because they're very short term lasting. That HP recovery is a bit annoying, but we deal much more damage than that. Okay. Definitely going to need to use a skill here. We can use this EX, that's nice. Nice timing there. Okay, so here's the EX. Yeah, we'll use it. I was toying with the idea of not using it yet, but because can't he resummon the other little weeds? Oh no. Yeah, yeah. I thought that was a HP attack. I was just unsure of how bad that was going to be. So, cheer we can use to get some little heals on us. Let's use this. I don't know if sometimes if minions like this get resummoned, they'll die if the big guy falls. Sometimes they don't and you have to take them out again. I can't remember what it's like with these guys. Let's just use Thunder Crest. Held out long enough before using it. What do I want to do here? He's using all attack again. I hate the idea that he's using that HP attack again. Well, C and A are going to go first actually, and they're going after the Emperor, so let's just do that. Munch. That order's going to get broken then, but yeah, we'll use Energy Ray because that will attack everyone. There's going to be A and C again that go, not B yet. So Yuna and the Emperor are going to get attacked by these little guys that are coming up. just want to get through this guy before I start using too many of the Emperor's skills. See, I think that's what happens as well, because I think you only have to take them down once, and then if the main body dies, the little one does. I think that's what happens. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Just because it'll break him and it might kill him. Yeah, okay. I don't think HB Attack Plus would have broken him. So this is the last tier. So let's see where we currently stand. We've got plenty of turns left. That would have been horrific. So, can someone remind me who the biggest threat is here? Out of these two? Before I do anything else, I would like to check that. I've got one Chia left. I want to try and save that. Kill Ultimate Weapon first. Okay. Start using a few things here. Because I realise I haven't used any additional skills yet. I probably should. You've got the summon to use as well, which I kind of want to use maybe when they're getting close to around half HP. Okay, he's got his EX, that's good. Okay, they're not actually debuffed yet, but they will be soon. I'm getting some like slowdown on my phone, which doesn't normally happen. So it must be happening because it's connected to the PC, but that never used to happen before either. So, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm doing this just to try and get her summon gauge up a bit. Okay, there we go. I'm probably going to have to use it again soon, because that mob is going to hit us all with bad breath, or really bad breath. It's the best thing to do here. Probably to just HP Attack Plus Plus. I feel like he needs a better HP Attack Plus Plus. Okay, and then there goes all the traps. So you can see we're doing somewhat decent damage to that guy there. Let's just put this back up. I'll also give us Awesome Brave as well, which will come in handy for the Stinky Breath, which doesn't deal damage. And they really do only have one turn on. Okay, that's annoying. The fact that it missed because the Emperor got blinded, that's really frustrating. I don't see how a trap could miss. And it was literally one underneath his feet. But apparently it can. That's a bit fucking stupid. And that missed, okay. Let's just heal. That was annoying. So, first we're going to start by doing this. Okay, well at least we've got some misses too. I suppose I shouldn't complain then. We'll use our last Chia. We'll pop this on him as well. He'll have two traps go off now. EX might come back as well now. We are focusing on that guy, of course. The stench worsens, lovely. This is back, fantastic. I'd like to summon somewhat soon. Again, that missed again. Again, a lot of misses the ultimate weapon is. Okay, so we've got our EX again with you now. That's good. It's very good. Lots of hits on that EX attack. Okay, great. So his EX is back. Wonderful. So more traps laid out at everyone's feet. So I imagine this is going to be another bad breath. I am toying with the idea of summoning very, very soon, to be honest. Just so we can then just maybe burst through. I want to get my Malboro's HP down a little bit more as well. A really bad breath. We can heal whatever comes up. A lot of stuff came up. Yeah, I'm thinking that he's probably going to buff next, isn't he? After this. If he's going to buff next, then I'm going to... Yeah, here comes his buff. Okay, so I'm inclined to summon before his next turn then. Doesn't have to be straight away though. Okay, we've got one each left ability usage. Again, that lag. I don't know where that's from. So we'll heal, and then we will summon on Rose's. No, we'll summon on Yuna's upcoming turn. Okay, because we're not going to let him get his charge off. No way, not her. Yeah, the mobile is also weak to fire, so this is all going to come quite in handy. I was hoping her EX would be ready, but alas, it's not. Beckoning Blast should fill up, I think, my EX gauge. I'm not sure if HP Attack Plus will. Even if it doesn't, just skill will do. So do you think I should use my last skill? And then on my... Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Thanks, Field. See you later. I want to make sure Yuna doesn't take the Emperor's turn in this summon. So I'll target him because that will trigger his Thunder Crest trap, cause some extra damage. There we go, nice big damage. So when he brings up when he charges, he'll get hit with a bunch of traps, which will weaken. In fact, he's probably going to die from his traps before he can deal as much damage as he could to the Marlboro. In fact, he might actually... Nah, I don't think he'll die from this. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. So now, I'm just going to focus on my attacks on the Marlboro, because I'm assuming that the auto weapon will die from the various traps. Well, at least that's what I'm praying. So as you can see, he gets resistance once, Yep, he's dead. Okay. Good. Good. This is, I dare say, this is in the bag now, isn't it? without being too getting too ahead of myself. This should be in the back. And there we go. Okay. That was stressful, and that wasn't even the main thing I wanted to do today. Okay, so we've now redone this tier and we've freed Lena from it. We got a high score than the last time. That's good. At least the redone's got a slightly higher score. So yeah, that seems to be the tier to use Emperor in right now. The traps really quite benefit from the traps there. So now, okay, here we go. Tier 11. These enemies look disgusting. Thank you, everyone. Now, could someone remind me who I planned to use here? Because I may have forgotten completely. I think that they're meant to turn into platforms. I thought that they were meant to turn into platforms. Vayne, Ramza and Lena. We toyed with the idea of Freya as well, didn't we? Okay, well I've just shot right past Lena, haven't I? Because she's obviously Final Fantasy 5. Vayne is going to be... Well, he's not before Freya, but... Come on. I've gone past him. Yeah, I have. So, the next question is... I'm guessing we should use brothers. Hello there. Hello, Dragos. I'm going to do tier 11. So use it on the third wave. Is that the most annoying wave? Oh yeah, we've got that big Atlas thing as the last wave. As a single target boss for the last wave. Okay. Okay. So, if I need someone who's going to get a lot of free turns then, with Lena wasting turns, then I kind of need Ramza then, don't I, for all of his free turns. But I like the idea of Freya because of her last chance. Leviathan might be good, given Vayne Brave region. Forgot the HP you will I don't know what's for best. I don't know what's for best. How many turns do we get? 105. Freya is better for 13, and 13 is going to be a big thing to deal with. So you would try with Ramza personally if you were in this position, and usually Leviathan with Lena. Okay, okay then. Gone too far down. Okay, here we go. I'm willing to do 1 or 2 attempts. I don't want the stream to honestly be later than 4/3 UTC. So I'm willing to do like 2 attempts at this. So okay, let's go. That's it. I've clicked the button. We're going. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that she took him out then. I know these enemies are absolutely horrific. he done a nice bit of damage there. Let's get up to shout 3. Hello, backslash, thank you. Okay, looks like we're going again straight away. Let's just see how the hell this goes. Again, it's been a long time since I've used Bane, so there's going to be an element of getting used to using him again. And I know I don't want to use my abilities too quickly either, so okay, so now we're going to start getting some free turns here with the HP attack +++. Wings buzzing. It's nasty. Jesus. I don't like how these turns are set up because I kind of need to break B, but then he's just going to mess up the whole turn order thing. Is he going to do a HP attack with all that brave? That's what I'm worried about. If he's just going to do an AoE brave attack, then I can just use Galvanise to brave everyone up, yeah? But if he's going to use a HP attack, then I'm worried, because we don't really have anyone to heal except for Lena. I don't know. What would you guys do in this case? Would you try and break B? Or would you try and preserve the turn order? So C65A. I don't think Ramsey gives HP regen. He gives Brave regen. Yeah, he doesn't. I think he I think he does with his LD. I would break B just in case, but I don't know if that's a good idea. See, I don't know. Let's check what moves he's got. So he's using AoE. So is he just going to remove our... Okay, so Flying Noise is he can do a HP attack with this. He's either going to try and inflict one of his debuffs, which will fail because we've got Lena's ward, or he's going to use a HP attack and probably kill us all. Oh god. Yeah. There's no. It's disappointing with the messing up of the turn order there, and now A. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna have to use EX on A, but we ended up by doing what we did. The other one just put himself in the same position anyway, so it did in the end. It didn't really matter what I did it? And luckily, Innovate is gonna battery everyone too. It does indeed, even Ramza. It's very good. Okay, so he wasn't even doing his HP attack. He was just doing one of his attempts at a debuff. And now, I don't want to use too many of Vane's abilities. I was kind of hoping to break him then, but c'est la vie, mon ami. And let's use Galvanise again. Well, at least Vane's running out of the buffs, although he would with all the With all the turns he gets. This is Lena's first turn in like forever. Like literally forever. I wish I'd been able to get Lena's costume. Okay, so we've finally got this. Candles all targets break. It's probably not going to break them though, because they resist magic. Lol. Fortunately, we're not bringing him here for the express purpose of that. Everyone still has their Windrakes buff, don't they? 5 turns, yeah they do. Okay, let's just go. God, there's quite a bit of lag when I'm playing here, which isn't the norm. Yeah, the free breaks are of course fantastic. This don't look good. He's just doing that again. Well, first things first, I'm going to break him, just so I can separate the two of them even further. Obviously, I need to break this guy urgently too. Their HP is coming down. That buff is the one from Leviathan. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. there was a little bit of almost a bit of lag then, and my input got like delayed. Okay, whatever. So I'm obviously going to use Innovate on A here. I mean, the only problem with that, I suppose, is it fills a buff slot. But how many buffs do you have that use up so many slots? Most people have a lot of buffs tied onto one buff. So, I mean, these guys are coming down. We're definitely getting somewhere. I kind of want to use Galvanize again almost, but I'm just going to use Rapid Fire here. I don't. What else is going to really do there? Okay. I mean, this doesn't look very good. We have the option of using Vane's C65, but I'm not sure it'll break A. I'm not sure it'll break A, but I think we have to try. No. What the hell am I supposed to do? Literally, like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? I can break A, but I don't see Ramsey being able to break him. I don't think Ramsey's got his EX back again yet. I think he's literally just used it. Delay B. So, what do you mean use Force of Will on B? Or Mockwave B? I don't know. It's not really what I want, it's what I need to do. What's the best way to get out of this? That might be one way to do it. I don't want to use too many force of wills this early on. God, these enemies are horrible. God, why does Vayne, he doesn't have many... Force of Will is the only move he's got that's got a decent amount of brave hits. Two-hit melee attack, I can't see that. I think we're going to have to be safe and just do that. Because he was using Dispel. Bloody hell, okay. This is horrific. I guess Windrake fell off Vayne as well, which went unnoticed by me. We kind of needed Vayne. He was the one who could have... Oh yeah, he has his free turns, so he'll waste one of his free turns. But then I'll be able to use the rest of his turns. I actually meant to use Windrake's arrow, but my finger nudged the other one. I was going to try and... Let's try and kill that one. Okay. Okay, so his confused turn wasn't actually horrific. It wasn't horrific turn of events. But this guy's getting 2 turns in a row. Oh god. Oh. Are we being let down by the fact that Lena is not ingoted? Is that what's holding us back here? I mean, what's the point in just it's the first wave. If it was, yeah, if it was the last wave, then I'll restart it. I restarted the last wave on tier 10 many times until it fell into place. Snow, I don't think I tried with non-max and I kept kind of short. Finishing was how much I have a feeling. Yeah, I don't have any other tanks available. A tank would be nice. The problem with those guys is they get brave. They do quite a few brave hits, so they So they get high brave really quickly, and none of my characters here can really brave shave. None of them here do many brave hits. Who is the second wave? God. I don't really know who else I could realistically use. Let's update this here. Which tier did we redo? 6. So we swap you for Yuna. Whoops, wrong way around. And what we're trying to do is this. But then part of me is like, oh, if we had, oh god, that's a bit of a mess there, isn't it? I'm looking for, if you had Freya then they would have survived with her last chance. And that guy was virtually dead. So we could have come back from that. But would we have survived all of the potential debuffs up until that stage. That's the problem. I wish I had Ignis. Ignis can prevent debuffs just as well, and my Ignis is maxed out. But if I did try and free him out of tier 7, who would I put in tier 7? Lena. She's probably just going to be just as slow and unhelpful then. Does Freya buff targets? Do you mean debuffs? Oh, push buffs. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Freya, how many? I think does Freya put one buff on her party members? Oh, debuffs you mean. Freya doesn't debuff anyone. Don't think she does. Oh, okay, I just realised what you mean. Does she provide enough buffs on the party members to push off their debuffs? I don't think she does. I think she only puts one buff on. I think, is that her Blossom? The other buffs are applied to her and her alone, and they affect the party. Would you guys say that if Lena was maxed out, this would be easier? Or if she had a couple of ingots? Who else has debuff prevention? It's not many people, is it? She's at 0 out of 3, yeah. She's literally only here for Windstrike. But Van gets so many turns, and Leonard doesn't seem to get so many. As we saw, he ran out of his. Not that that mattered, because he actually killed someone with it, so... I don't think I have any ingots or anything. I don't think I do. No, I've got no ingots. Don't have any ingots. I've got one book and 10 pages. And 17 blue nuggets. But I don't have anything else. I'm just not sure how to... I'm not sure how to proceed. I mean, we very nearly took out that first wave. We just got a bit unlucky. But the big problem that I was noticing is we don't deal enough brave hits. Our brave shaving is terrible. Whereas Freya deals quite she deals quite a few brave hits with Dragon's Crest. But I am worried about the debuffs. Is it debuff heavy, as in do the other waves do lots of debuffs as well? I don't know if but she seems like she would be good here though. I think she would be. I think the feeling is she might also be good with one of the other upcoming tiers. Okay, so while we're on, the second wave gimmick isn't a debuff thing, it's an auto HP attack where Brave reaches a certain amount being. So try again, but making sure they don't break you, and take it for it to increase our attack, so we do more brave damage. Okay. I am willing to give it one more try today. It's a bit of a shame that It's a shame that all the work we did to free Lena. I just don't know how useful that's proving to be. Oh god, yeah. So there's lots of debuffs. There's lots and lots of debuffs. that we will want to get rid of. I mean, we've got 5 buffs right now. Well, no, Vams has. Oh, okay. No. So now we've got the powered up version of the debuff. God, beginning to wish I had a tank. Really beginning to wish I had a tank. Well, yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that with Vayne, if we can just get to the last wave. I mean, look, the situation we're in now, it's just the same situation we were in before. At least he got broken then. Okay. Getting this debuff on them will be good. That's what I've often noticed. Sometimes you just got to get to the last wave and then you should be okay. It's just getting to the last wave that seems to be the problem. A lot of the time. My main focus now, to be honest, is getting the 13 tiers done. So if Lightning has an ideal spot amongst those tiers, then I would like to keep her for it. But if it's just a case of, oh, you can use her in a later tier and we can redo tiers, then fine. I'll just do that instead. Yeah, Fring Bash is one option. Who would I use instead of him? Is Elevate not affected by immunity? Oh, I see. They're immune to the basic debuffs, but they're not immune to the unique framed debuffs. And Ramza can inflict the unique debuff on. Yeah, so Kefka will be useless because a lot of his stuff is general debuffs, but characters who inflict unique framed debuffs can still get those debuffs on. Yeah, so Ramza will be quite good there because Enervate is a very, very good debuff. Okay, so they're both going after Lena now. So I'm actually inclined, believe it or not, to do this. I mean, that D-Spell's a bit of a bitch, but... And again, we're in the same situation that we were in like a moment ago. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, fucking hell. I feel like we were in exactly the same situation we were in a moment ago. Let's just fucking do this. Let's just see let's just see. He's just using Dispel. Okay. But now he's got... That's HP attack. Yeah. Okay, well... There seems to be something that we have to do here. I probably should have used C35 on the... In fact, I am going to do that actually. Do you know what I am? I am going to do that. Fuck off. There you go. Back over to you, asshole. Don't mock right his face. Take this. Okay, so Vane came quite in handy there. He managed to break everyone. Yeah, you're right. I'm nervous of running out of ability before getting to the last wave. Does he need... Yeah, no, he's still got Windrake's ward. So does she... Oh yeah, I've just reapplied it, haven't I? Let's just use rapid fire. Whatever, Lena. Look how little damage she's doing. Innovate is back. I'm happy to see this. He's going to buff everyone as well. That's very, very nice. Battery, I mean. No. No. This one. The only thing, literally the only thing that Lena's doing right now is preventing debuffs. That is literally the only thing she's doing. That's the only thing she's contributing to this. Right, yeah, and she's healing. And yeah, it's great, but I need more than that right now. But the damage that she's doing is just so... Ugh. Yeah, she doesn't have ingots or anything. I just I can use a book on an EX weapon I haven't realised, and then I can get an ingot, and then I could give it to Lena. I mean, I've just got a horrible feeling that they're both going to use all attacks. And they're both going to be HP attacks, and I'm both going to die. But I can't break it. I can't break both of them. I can't break A. If Brave Attack isn't... It's one Brave Attack. It's not enough to do any real significant damage to him. That's only 2 hits. Let's just use Galvanise. It depends entirely on what they're doing. Yeah, so in the end he just used his spell. So it wasn't an HP attack. Now I'm in a situation... Well, see, now that I've used Galvanise again, now it's 2 hit. I mean, it's obvious what I kind of have to do here. I could probably get away with using rapid fire here, you know. Yeah. I know it broke B, and I didn't really want to break B, but look who's got everything here. Punch in the face. So now I've got 2 turns. I'm not going to use EX because that won't do enough Brave damage. I'm thinking of using Mockwave again. Yeah. Okay, he's not dead yet, but he fucking is now. Fuck off. There you go. Oh, G-Star. I don't think you saw the first attempt, which didn't go particularly well. But at least we got past wave 1. Just what, 3 more waves left? Yeah, that's why, it's partly why Rams is here, because we need someone who's, got some free turns. Yeah, I think Trio Saphira is going to be useful just to get me back up to 3 stacks on my buffs, isn't it? Yeah. The pummel's going to break him, so fine. I'm pretty sure we've got Innovate as well. Yeah, we do. Got a nice big debuff on the stars. I'm going to use... What do you think I should do? Have I got... If my team still has Windrake, I bet you anything Vane's going to have is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vane's going to get all of his free turns now, so he's probably going to run out of his Windrake buff. But I should be able to use Force of Will to give... To maybe give Leonard another turn? No, that'd be Ramza. What do you think I should do? If I use Windrake, will we get Brave afterwards? No, we don't. We get Brave before. Although I could then break him and then Ramza could just Galvanise to give Leonard some Brave. I just don't want to get broken by this all attack. I'm thinking Windrake's arrow to give us back our protection, and then Vane can use Force of Will. To get Ramza another turn, and then he can use Galvanise, or maybe even his Brave Attack +++, because that will also battery us. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. Unless anyone has any objections. Actually, you're right. I forgot that he'll break with Tree, because I forget that Tree now does that. It now... Oh, fuck it. Take that, asshole. We'll use one of these because we're just going to get it back in a moment anyway. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we can tree after I've used the stacks, and I'll re-break him again. I'm gonna pull one. I want to save him Mockwave. Yes, sway your tentacles all you want, asshole. Re-break. Motherfucker. I'm thinking of using her EX and then using Ramza. Using Ramza's Brave ++. I don't like that turn spacing there, I mean, for fuck's sake. Although Vane is going to get a load of free turns. I could just use Force of Will again, actually. Whee! Yeah, not having a HP attack plus is horrible. It's absolutely affecting everything. Okay, do your pollen dance. Do whatever you want. It missed Lena. After all this, I was so worried about keeping Lena's Brave up, and it missed her anyway. It's like... Well, this don't look very nice, does it? Whee! Well, I mean, I don't want it to get broken, so I could really do with Innovate. I just need to start doing some damage to this guy. So I've got my 3 turns. I dare say I'm just going to use Pummel a bit and use it as a chance to just get some more ability uses back. Okay, so there wasn't enough to do that. Okay, fine, if that's how you want to be. Yeah, that's what I'm very much worried about. Because Lena isn't able to contribute as much in terms of damage, it's forcing the other two to use a lot more of their stuff. Well, this is the second wave. There's still 2 full waves left. I think I'm safe to just pummel again. Am I? Actually, I might not. Yeah, you're right. I only have 1 stack. And he's going to get broken again because of the re-break. It's a shame he resists magic. That's the whole point of this. He's going after Ramza. Do I want Ramza? Do I care if Ramza gets broken here? Do I care if he gets broken? I don't think I do. What's the turn count on this? 105, okay. Yeah, you're right. Bounce just after. He can clear up any mess. Gotta be mindful on my buffs beginning to wear down as well. I'm gonna have to use Galvanise next turn, because that one's going to run out first, and if Innovate is back, that increases your... yeah, it extends Shout. So HP attack plus now. On Ramza's next turn, he's going to have to Galvanise, I think. And then hopefully Innovate. If not, I'll have to Shout to reapply it. Okay. Okay. Nectar Volley. It missed. Worried about him getting broken. It is going to miss anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, all planned. That's exactly what we planned. God's sake. I know that I don't have to use Pummel. I'm just really concerned about running out of Vayne skills. I know he can I know that it's +1, but I don't want him to have no skills left at all. I think the only reason why I think he's low on skills is he's been forced to use them more often than he would normally want to. I mean, we'll use it. Not that it's going to do much damage. Another thing as well, I don't think Marlena's got very good artifacts. Miss. Another miss. Another miss. As yeah, so I'm going to have to definitely Galvanise now. I'm not sure I'll get these. I've done this before. Yeah. Yeah, the plus skills is probably better with other things. Next wave has 2 bosses. No. If I can just get to Atlas, then I should be able to do something. I just need to get to Atlas. That'll be the problem. Okay, so in the past I've used the wrong skill of Ramses and ran out of the thing that I need, so next wave you're going to want to summon on, yeah. Yeah, I don't see Atlas being harder than the rest of these waves. I don't. I just need to get to him. And you're right, I'm going to have to summon on the next wave, I think. I don't think I need to save the summon for Atlas. I don't think I need to do that. So it's definitely Galvanise I need to do now. There we go. Oh, he brought himself forward as well. That's nice of him. Take that. I'm hoping now we've got Innovate. Yep, Innovate will extend Shout by 2 more turns. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. So, hi Venus. What do I want to do here? I feel like I just want a Brave attack. Because I don't think... Do I want a Brave attack or should I just HP attack with her? Welcome to the show, Venus. We're trying to get through Dimension's End. Do you think it's okay if you just HP attack with her? Just let her get broken and then have the other two deal with it. Yeah, Ramses pretty cool here. I am going to have to use Shout soon though. Yeah, so yeah, fuck it. Take that. Good bitch. Pollen lads. I hope those guys still have their Windrakes. That doesn't even do anything? Okay. I'm gonna microwave him. I was really hoping to see this here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to Shout on the very next wave though. Okay, these two. It's been a long time since I've fought these two. Okay. I might have to go soon, like before we finish this, because we're having like dinner soon. So I might have to end the stream in order to do that before we finish this. If I have to do that, I'll let you guys know how it goes, of course. But yeah. So Ramsey is shouting on his next turn. I'm thinking of just using Rapid Fire here. I think Vayne has ran out of his Windrake buff, but I've only got one left. So do you think I should just use Rapid Fire? What do you think, peeps? Yeah, a HP attack would be fine too. I've got a few Rapid Fires, so let's just get that. Get the debuffs on them. I need to shout now. There we go. Before I forget, I need to shout now. Getting Innovate again would be very helpful. I can't think of here. Yeah, he literally does shout. I can use Tree here, can't I? I can break one. I might even break two. A and B, I mean. Oops. Wee. Okay, they both got broken. Okay. Reaper Rise. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I wanna. I made a decision. I don't know if it was a good one or not, but I made it. Death. That doesn't sound too good. What the hell does Death do? As in, it's obviously not just a brave attack. Okay, well let's get Enervate on them both, because that'll come in handy. Okay, so now it's time for all my lovely free turns. I don't want to do this. Vaughn's got Vane has got a little turn in between there. Okay. Might have been a time to use Windrake then to prevent Vane getting hit with this, but what's done is done. Yeah, I was hoping that would break. That's probably going to break Vane. No, it's not. They're not as bad as they could be, no. Yeah, that's it. He'll burn those. He'll burn those off before long. I think I'm going to have to use Windrake though after this. I think I'm going to have to use Windrake because I'm pretty sure Ram's lost it as well now. Do you think it's worth using Windrake now or waiting until Atlas to use it? Also, when do you think we should summon it in this wave? I mean, I know they're not at like half HP yet, but we're not far off from summon. So I'm thinking of using Windrake on B. It'll break you and it'll give us the buff back. Could also just use my EX, which will still break him. So you would Phoenix before Windrake, and Riku would Windrake after summon. When do we think the summon should come into play then? Bit of a consensus here, so we'll do Phoenix now. You're not going to need it for the final wave, yeah. Okay, so we've got our plus skills. When you have Enervate ready, yeah. What to do here? So you would summon at Lena's upcoming turn. Do you think I should break A now? It's one of those moments where every little move can change the outcome of everything. I know I'm probably over-analysing a lot, but one like mislip and I have to like redo the whole wave again. I don't really want to use Force of Will until I can get it back up to 2. Not that it matters, I can get it back up to 1, I know that. Yeah, I'm just going to pummel and kick, yeah. Yeah. I could actually kick now, thinking of it. Okay, this is a really stupid question. Should I kick now to prevent getting broken? Or just pummel? Yeah, I should kick, shouldn't I? It seems so obvious, but again, I wouldn't normally analyse every little move I normally do because it's so close what you have to do in this. I'm so cautious as to what I'm doing. It's crazy. Okay, so do we think I should summon now? If I do summon, I'm probably going to use Rapid Fire. Or at least a Rapid Fire. I forgot that is a thing. I can use this either way, so... Okay, let's get it done. I'm going to use Rapid Fire. This one seems to have more HP left. Look how much damage she's doing when she's got a few things on her side. Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking of only using Pummel here, to be honest. As I think Moth said earlier, I do see the benefit to that. To be fair to you. Lol. I've even lost a Brave Attack Plus. Yeah, I'm not using Tree yet. I hope that's Innovate. Yep. Let's go, boys. That was a lot of damage. Might as well. I think that was quite nice. I think that was a successful summon. I'm very... gonna have to use Force on my next turn to get that buff back, but that's okay. I can just use Tree now to break them both again with the re-break. Bye bitches. Bye Felicia. So, gonna have to get Galvanised back up soon-ish. They're both going after Lena. Again, it's like, what the hell do we do here? Do we just a HP attack someone and let her get broken, or just Brave? It's not plus, but whatever, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have to use Force of Will. I need to get that buff back, so I've got Pummel and Kick again. But that's fine. That's fine. I just restored the use of Force of Will, so. Oh, lovely timing. They're after Lena again, so I mean, they really seem to want to kill Lena. I don't like the sound of that. It missed. Okay. Phew. Okay. We're so close to doing this wave. Motherfucker! I was hoping that would break. Oh no, I didn't use Galvanize. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't use Galvanize. Oops. I mean, Shout is the really, really important one, I suppose. But, oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, If it was Shout, then that would be absolute disaster, but I can afford to just galvanise now. I don't even know what to do against this guy now. Should I put Windrake back up now to protect them from his debuffs? Or just HP? He does have 3 turns. Yes, you're right. Yeah, we can make time for this. Okay, definitely, it's gonna be really good to get this on him. Really good to get this debuff on him. What do I want to do here? Trio of Saphira. It can take you from 0 to 1, can't it? In terms of skill left. Pummel and Mock. So do you mean use Mock after I've used up the 3 turns? Pummel times 2, then force for double break. That would be nice. Pummel, and then see. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. We've got this as well, if we need it later on. 1 Mock and you will get tree. So pummel, Mock. That'll get me tree. Mock plus. Force gets double break. Huh? That's true. If I pummel now and he gets his brave back, then I'll get double break. Oh, just you sexy bastard. Okay. So now I'm going to use Windrake. I hope we agree with that, because that's what I'm doing. Okay, so what the fuck do I need to do with Ramza? Do I need to worry about Ramza getting broken? Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I always lose count. Whereas just I knew exactly what was going to happen and knew the right move to do. So in terms of not going to... So what do you think I should do then? Remember, I don't have the nice Brave plus now because I've got to galvanise. So use that to prevent anyone getting broken. Okay, 2 peeps so far I've said to just Brave attack. You gotta make sure I can't forget to reapply Shout or else I'm fucked. Okay, let's just do that then. Doesn't Raw take off? No, doesn't. I thought Raw took off buffs. Because it's safe to use Tree. I've only got 1 stack. Bing. And it'll also give me so it'll take me back up as well. So he's going after Ramza, so I'm just going to use this. Okay, he got broken. So, okay. I was going to say, I think it's a good time to just use Shout now. I also need to remember that I have got some additional abilities for... Oh no. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's okay. I can just close app and open it again and then just restart from that wave. But it's not like the end of the world sort of thing. Oops, it's on this side. Yeah, you're right. Because of all the free turns I've got. No, it's okay, Muff. It's really... It's not the end. I can just restart from that wave. It's not as if the whole thing is ruined. It's not as if that's it. I've got to do all 4 waves again. Don't worry about it. I've got time now to just learn this last wave's quirks. And it only takes a few times. We should be able to say, fingers crossed, that I've done this tier. We should be able to say that. I might give the ingots to Lena. It's too late. Actually, I probably won't. I'll probably save them. But yeah. Anyone else think it's taking a long time to load? Or is it just me? Yes, resume. Yeah, it's just like when I tried to beat that that Bahamut. I had to redo it multiple times and just get things to land just the way that I need them. That's all I needed to do. The fact that I've got to the last wave is just enough now. Wow. So, I'm just going to use Pummel here, I think. Yeah, that'll get me up to 3 stacks. I think it is. It's 105 turns, yeah. And I'm doing really quite good. We'll galvanise again. We'll Windrake. Is the music not playing? Am I going deaf? Is there no music playing right now? It has, hasn't it? It's glitched. Is it because of the way you move on to this stage? Yeah, Moth, it is actually only because of... Well, not only, but it was Moth's good point of we need 3 turns because Lena's going to waste turns. So... I'm pretty sure this should work the same way, shouldn't it? With Pummel, and then force for double break. It's pretty shit having no music in the background. Okay, so we really... He's going to use that raw thing, isn't he? So, if we use... I'm pretty sure this has gone exactly the same as it did last time. Virtually exactly the same. I think this time what I'll actually do, though, is I'll actually use... Just Galvanise again, just to get us up to 2 stacks. It's okay to use tree. I'm gonna put some kind of music on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This is Atlas final battle music. Is it loud? How's that? Actually, how's that? Because I don't want it too louder than me. So this time he's going for Lena, not Ramza. So is that completely silent to you now? I'll put it up a little bit. Let's see what that's like. So, should I shout now? Or, Yeah, dinner is nearly ready, so I don't think you guys are going to actually see me finish this off, I'm afraid to say. You know what, you're right. Because if he gets targeted on his next turn, and he can't afford to shout, then I'm fucked. Do you know what, I'm actually going to agree with you there. Get shout back up before it's too late. And I'm going to have to brave with Lena. I just hope that he still doesn't kill her. That did a bit more damage than I thought it would. Okay, that was alright. That was alright. And now we've got Innovate back again. This is going pretty well. His health is pretty low right now. So I'm quite happy with how this is going right now. The key thing now is to make sure... do you know what? It's happened. Rams is now being targeted. If I hadn't used Shout last turn, I would have been forced to use it this turn, and he probably would have got killed. Nice call, Moth. Nice call. He may have saved our ass then a bit. Very nicely done, my friend. Let's use Moth to try and raise this EX gauge a bit, and I've got plenty to spare. Yeah, that was a really good call, dude. You've really saved our bacon there, I think. I'll use this. I'm feeling somewhat confident about this now. Yeah, so now I'm just going to Brave Attack. Ramsey needs to not get broken. Don't like this turn spacing here. Hello, Random. What do you guys think I should do here? I'm not happy that Lena's the only one in between his next two turns, because she's not going to be able to do much to him. Force if I'm worried. Okay, yeah, I'll force. I'll force to force the break. Now Ramza and Vayne are going after him, that's fine. I'm just gonna HP attack, yeah. He's nearly at half HP already. This is going well. This is going pretty well. Again, I can't afford for him to get broken, but I should have time to get his Brave back up. Okay, now we're at full. I'm going to use Mock. Let's just use Pummel. Mock again. You should have Tree now. What I need to do now is get... I need to hope that this is enough to get Ramses. He's got a decent Brave now. Oh god, okay. Yep, he's okay. I've got 2 stacks. Do I want to use Tree when I'm at 2 stacks? Yeah, you're right, Muff. Okay, unfortunately guys, I'm going to have to go because it is dinner time. But I will post the results of this because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to win this. I'll post the results on Twitter. Again, I'm sorry that I've got to leave early. I streamed longer than I intended to. There is an event going live tomorrow, a Lost Chapter. Will I be streaming then? I plan to, but I'm not going to promise anything. But yeah. Thanks guys, thanks for all you have. You guys have really helped with this. You've really helped with this. We should be able to get through this now as long as I make sure my targets, I don't get broken. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.